Be ready. 5 seconds. Start. I am delighted to be at the Tajik National University. This seat of learning has played a defining role in the making of Tajikistan and continues to illuminate and guide its vision and progress. Your country and Central Asia, the great centers of learning and culture, Samarkand and Khujand, have nurtured the spirit of creativity and inquiry for centuries. You are proud flag bearers of that enlightened scholastic tradition of the voice of Rudaki and Bedil, from which not just this region but the entire world continues to draw sustenance and inspiration. I have chosen to speak on the topic countering radicalization challenges before modern society for two reasons. First, your country has done commendable work to tackle this global menace and foster peace for one and all, and the world must recognize it. Second, the battle against terrorism, extremism, and radicalism must be fought first and foremost in the minds of people between those who believe in peace, love, and humanity, and those who feed on hatred, death, and destruction. It is a battle of opposing ideas of humanity on one hand and a make believe world on the other. Talking to the youth, our future, and scholars, our guide and pathfinders, therefore becomes essential. As the President of India, I am visitor of 160 universities and institutions of higher learning. This has given me an opportunity to frequently speak to the youth in my country as well. My dear students, our two countries have much in common. Our histories are rooted in inclusive and tolerant values. All religions and thoughts have prospered and blossomed in the land of the Pamir and the Himalayas. Today, we are confronted with those who wish to burn and destroy the fabric of our faiths, the embrace of our togetherness. The people of this country have made enormous sacrifice to stop the surge of bigotry and faith-based regressive ideas from capturing center stage. This not only saved your budding republic in the 1990s but also firewalled your neighboring Central Asian republics. They too were then struggling with challenges that young nations face. We sincerely hope there is deeper understanding of the geopolitical significance of the Tajik civil war. Ladies and gentlemen, today, as you can see around you, there are renewed attempts to impose obscurantist thoughts on peaceful societies. This is threatening the very foundation of human civilization. Their targets are people and societies who value progressive life and respect diversity of faiths and cultures. Notwithstanding your historic struggle and subsequent victory in the Civil War, the long drawn war is far from over. It is evident in everyday brutal killings and senseless violence. Perpetrators of this evil seek legitimacy in scriptures where none exist. No religion, none whatsoever, be it Hinduism, Islam, Buddhism, Christianity, Sikhism, or Judaism, justifies violence and killing one human being by the other. They all talk in one language, and that is the language of peace, harmony, compassion, and kindness. The war on terror and radicalization is not against any religion and should never be. Quite on the contrary, it is against those who believe in destroying the creation of the Almighty. We laud the leadership of President Rahman in fighting terrorism and countering radicalization. You are a frontline state against the war on terror, and the world admires and respects your courage. We recognize the enormous challenges the Tajik security forces face every day. You have to fight terrorists and deal with those who are brainwashed with radical ideas. The hotbed of death and destruction is not far from you. You also have to contend with provocations to young minds, many of which are through the internet and social media. Ladies and gentlemen, the world that we Indians live in is not very different from yours. Terrorism does not believe in borders. India, like Tajikistan, is taking on terrorism and extremism head on. We too face the problem of radicalization, but we have been successful in dealing with it. It is not the question of how we have done, but rather why we have been able to do it. I wish to share some of our experiences. Our inclusive society, where socio-economic partnership and participatory politics provide everybody an inherent sense of belonging to the nation, has been the most effective bulwark against radicalization. Our belief in pluralism, democracy, and secularism has been successful in trumping the ideology of hate and divisiveness. From the film industry to India's cricket team, and from the professional arena to politics, India is a land of equal opportunity and equal respect for all. A growing economy lifts one and all, leading to inclusive development. Our society has always believed in the power of ideas delivered from our history, civilization, and culture. Our age old values of Sufism or humanism have shielded us against dark and ugly designs.